Covenants, conditions, and restrictions, also known as CC&Rs. The CC&Rs are recorded against the property and generally empowers a homeowners association to control certain aspects of the property use within the development. By purchasing a property in such a development, the buyer agrees to be bound by the CC&Rs, the association, the property owners as a whole, and individual property owner can enforce the CC&Rs. It is essential that the buyer review and agree to these restrictions prior to purchasing a property. In a minute, we're going to explore this link provided by the ADRE website. It is the property buyer's checklist to help you with this part. Of course, you would always rely on your realtor as well, mainly your realtor, to explain these forms in more detail if needed and answer any questions you might have. ADRE advises that you read the deed restrictions, also called the CC&Rs, covenants, conditions, and restrictions. You might find some of the CC&Rs very strict. Buyers should consult legal counsel if uncertain of the application of particular provisions in the CC&Rs. Basically, what the CC&Rs are is what you can and cannot do to the property or within the community. So we're going to take a look at the buyer consumer checklist. Now, if you scroll through this, you can see all of this for consumers. Find a real estate licensee, find entities. There's a lot of public information here that people don't realize is available to them that they can look up themselves. You can also download forms, common questions. The buyer advisory guide is here, all the main forms that we use, and even a glossary of real estate terms. But this is what we want to look at. Property buyer's checklist. This has everything that you want to know when it comes to the CC&Rs and just as, I guess, additional protection for yourself as the buyer. So you can utilize this anytime you want. It is on the ADRE website. The link will be in the description. But this is the property buyer's checklist for home or land. The following checklist is a checklist of helpful hints for consumers to help avoid some of the pitfalls of purchasing a new or used home or raw, undeveloped land. This first section covers new homes in a subdivision. A public disclosure report must be provided to a prospective purchaser by law before signing the purchase contract. Purchasers are to sign a receipt for the report. A purchaser acknowledges receipt of the report upon signature. The disclosure report or the public report includes information about flooding and draining disclosure, a description of adjacent land and uses, who provides electricity, telephone, gas, water, and sewage disposal, common community and recreational facilities, assurances for completion of improvements, local services and facilities including schools, shopping facilities, public transportation, medical facilities, fire protection, ambulance service, police protection, and garbage services. Also taxes and assessments, property owners association details. Questions about this disclosure can be submitted to the ADRE website, Development Services Division, through the Message Center here. As you continue on, it will give you a whole lot more information that you will be incredibly helpful during this process. A lot of times buyers, it is very difficult to understand just the basic terminology of a real estate transaction because many consumers have never been through one before. This section covers previously owned land and what to be aware of. Raw undeveloped land, this section goes over it through number 5. Any additional questions, you can click this link here. And that is basically it. This is the information for the ADRE website if you need to contact them for any further reasons. And thanks for watching, guys.